There's a training on how to keep deposit leads warm. So leads that put down a deposit, they're just waiting for them to get the money together to go into the sale, or leads that may have not put down a deposit but still waiting to get the money together to get into the sale. Now, when do we use this? So prospect wants to move forward, but they genuinely just need to wait a few days, weeks, or months until getting the money together, whether they put down a deposit or not. So why do we use this? If you don't have touch points with the lead and wait until a week later until they get the money together, they'll go cold and you'll just keep losing on tons of sales, fall through the cracks. So when you implement this, then one of the members messaged me this. They kept in touch with the guy while giving them client case study results, so on and so forth, which we've been talking about, and got him over the line with the 2.5K times 2, which is a 5K contract value. So objective of this process is be top of mind with the prospect and get them to a point of no return. The point of no return, I learned this when I was DM setting for a guy. He was a great, amazing marketer, amazing copywriter. The point of no return is basically getting to a point where they're so balls deep into the influencer or the business's content, methodologies, and or beliefs that the leads see whatever you guys do as the only option to get to their goal. Let's say you sell BizUp. They believe, and let's say you sell a trading offer. They believe that doing trading is the best way to get out of the 9 to 5, retire their parents, all that kind of good stuff, make more money. And the way, let's say your influencer's name is Jack. The way Jack does it with his smart profit system is the most effective way to actually do trading the right way. When I was at my last company, I kept doing this. I sent them client case study videos, like educational videos on why our sales methodology works and why what they tried before didn't work. And I'll send them like mini courses. I'd send them guides, right? Not every day, not a whole bunch every day, but depending on the cadence, maybe like once a week or whenever they needed it, right? And when I did that, they would be like, "Hey, Brian, like, do you have more? Do you have more?" It's like almost like a, like a drug dealer. They're a drug addict, right? They're like, "Do you have more? Do I use this?" And like, it's still working. And the da. You keep doing that, and this really gets them really sticky, right? It creates stickiness that usually leads go cold, right? But when you do this, they keep staying along. I've had leads where they're like, "Dude, Brian, I'm just doing Instacart right now. I'm driving Uber right now. Just wait a bit more. I'm almost there, almost there." The moment they got their next check from the Instacart or their Uber, and then they texted me, and then I got in a call, and then I close them. Right? So imagine now you do this with every single lead. Now, frequency. How often do we actually check in and do this? So from day 1 to 5, I like to do a quick check-in call about once a day for about 5 minutes. Okay. And after day 6 to 13, check-in call once every 2 to 3 days, about 5 minutes. So that's what I mean. This doesn't have to be like a 30-minute Zoom call. It's over the phone, about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Day 14 to 28, check-in call once every 3 to 7 days, 5 minutes each. And after that, about like once a week, depending on the situation. Okay, but this is generally speaking. Now, what do you send in between the check-in calls? Okay, day 1, I usually do a case study of a client similar to the current situation. Okay, now let's say from the sales call to the next check-in is on the same day. Okay, because they had to they tried calling their sister on the phone to borrow the money. They didn't answer, but they're talking to them later that day, and then you're checking in after that. Then if it's a short time period, I like to just send them a quick client case study or client result screenshot because it's quicker to consume. If it's anything a day out or longer, a client case study video because it gets them indoctrinated more. Okay. After that, educational video personalized to them, free mini courses if your business has that, so on and so forth. Okay. If your business for whatever reason doesn't have any organic asset, I'll just make them on your own. Don't make it your full-time job, but real quick on Loom or send them like articles from Google, so on and so forth, that backs up basically whatever claim or whatever sales argument that your business does, which will help them indoctrinate into the material that you guys do. Okay. Now, on the first sales call, this is on the sales call, okay? Let's say you sell them, they don't have the money. You got to pre-frame it first. Otherwise, they're going to go cold. Okay, so this is what we do. After the call, all right, cool. So while you're getting the money together, I'm going to be sending you some foundation material on problem or outcome. Okay, making more money with trading, whatever it may be, okay, or scaling your Amazon business. Obviously not as in-depth and personalized as the actual program, but should give you a bit of head start. And we can do a quick check-in call sometime the next day or so if you have any questions, and I can help you with that in the meantime. Would that help you? Let's break down what we're doing here. So while you're getting the money together, I'm going to be helping you. So I'm on the sideline. You're the one doing the work, but I'm going to be helping you in the sideline. Obviously not as in-depth and personalized as the actual program. This part very, very important because if you don't do this, they're going to feel like, I'll just watch the YouTube videos and like that's will be my answers. No. But if you do this as a mitigator, okay, not as personalized or not as on hands on, but should give you a bit of a head start. Would that help you? They're like, yes. All right, cool. So we could do tomorrow 5 p.m. for about 5 minutes. Does that work? All right, cool. And I'll send you the material. And do you just want to let me know that you got it? They're like, yes. All right, cool. Chat tomorrow. Send them over email or text. Send them the video or whatever the thing you're sending them. Okay. Again, on the first time, I like to decline case study videos because after the sales call, what happens is their buying temperature is going to go down. Their emotions that you spiked up with your questions, like problem, goals, all that kind of stuff, they're going to die down. So the client case study videos really keeps them warmer. So you do that. On the check-in call, right? You're calling them. Hey, Jake, how you doing? They're like, yeah, I'm doing good. All right, cool, man. Well, how much of the client case study video, how much of the video, the client interview with Jake have you gone through? Okay, and you're gonna get usually one of two answers. I've gone through half of it. I finished it, or I haven't gone through it. So if they've gone through it, oh, cool. What were your takeaways? That's really it. Have you gone through it? What were your takeaways? Yeah. They'll be like, da, 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 da. The reason why you ask that is because now they start to verbalize. They're teaching themselves, right? It's like self-study. So it gets them more closer to the point of no return. Yeah, great takeaways. And you want to reward positive behavior. Yeah, great takeaways. Now, let's say they haven't gone through it. It's like, oh, what happened? Clarify, because they may have had a genuine reason. So they, maybe their dog died or something. They have to take them to the vet or whatever thing, right? If it's a genuine reason, like, oh, so sorry to hear that or whatever. If they're making excuses, you can become a bit stern, right? It's like, okay, so when will you actually be going through it so you can actually start getting the foundational skills so you can get closer to retiring your parents? They'd be like, I'll watch it today. All right, perfect. We can have another call tomorrow, right? And after you go through the takeaways, the next step is you check progress on getting the money together. Okay. All right, cool. And by the way, how's it going with asking your sister? How's it going with applying for Uber? How's it going with getting the funds together? Right? Whatever we talked about previously on what they were going to do. And you want to establish first. And they'll be like, yeah, like I applied for Uber. I'm going to start today, yada, yada, yada. All right, perfect. So you want to do this. You want to check progress, right? So you'll be like, okay, so what percentage of the way are we there to that 5K we talked about? All right. And you want to keep getting them to progress 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%. Like that's what you want to do. Okay. And then you want to book the next call. If they're already finished the video, you send them another one. Cool. Since you've already gone through this video, what else do you need help with? And they'll be like this. And then you send them that. All right, cool. So we have some material on that. I'll send you right over. Okay. If they haven't gone through it, you have them go through it again. So that's pretty much it. And what do? You just repeat this until they get the money together. Okay. And if you have like discount promotions as well, you can tell them about it. Or if you have like funding options that you just got it, like financing options, you can tell them about it too. But the key is you just do this with every single lead and these just pile up and these snowball. Okay. So go do that and keep us posted in the community.